Hey there guys, welcome to this episode of Landlord Go. Today's episode we have a discount on military bases. Now we only have 7 minutes left. Before I buy anything, we only have 56 million and we will need to sell all of these properties to be able to afford a military base, which is in Mumbai, which we have previously found at one occasion. It's the INS Kunjali, which is 253 billion in valuation. Now I know we talked about not buying one single property because it takes a lot of time to finish, but this is a really good opportunity to actually go really high on the leaderboard. So I'm gonna go ahead and sell everything else that I have, that I bought for flipping actually, and then I'm going to buy this INS Kunjali thing, and maybe hopefully we hit the 10 billion mark and get really high in the rankings. So you can see we are selling everything that we have, that we bought for flipping, not the properties that we have actually upgraded, like the Hotel Abhiruchi. Let me just go back. I can see the Hotel Abhiruchi, New Banaras Dairy Farm. We're not going to sell those properties, but these ones, we bought these exclusively for flipping because these were bought on a discount anyway. So and the network is a little slow, so it's taking some time to update properties that are being sold. But we are getting the money that we need to be able to afford the INS Kunjali. Let me just sell everything, museums as well. We are going, it's going to take a lot of time to sell these, and I sure hope that I don't run out of time to be able to buy the property, because that's a lot of money that we're generating from just selling these properties. We don't have much time. Oh my god, the animations really suck when you don't really have much time, but well, we can't do anything about that. We will have to wait. We're only about a few properties left to sell. Let me just one more, I guess, after this one, or two more, I don't know. Well, there's one more here. Yeah, and there's this dental clinic that I bought yesterday. It was on a discount and I found it in my hometown, so I just bought it. It's not a really expensive property, but we sold all of the properties that we don't need. And before we do buy the INS Kunjali, 5 minutes left, so we have all the coins that we could have. Let's just go ahead and upgrade the account, and because we want the paperwork time to go down, it takes 140 coins. We only have about 97 left. So, and maybe just upgrade the speculator with a 50 coin, so it's gonna bump up the value by 2%, and 2% of, I don't know, 4 or 5 billion, which we have here in our account, is a lot of money. So let's just go ahead and buy INS Kunjali. Now for 4 billion we can only afford 16 shares of this property, and we will have in excess of about 250 million left after buying this property. So that's something. Let's just, first of all, let's see, we have 2.1 billion left. How do we have 2.1 billion left? But we have 53 million, sorry, 35 million left. It just takes a lot of time to update because the network is kind of slow, but we have 235 million left, and we have this property that's being doing the paperwork. Is going to take about 4 days, 10 hours to finish, so I can't really do much in those 4 days, except for I have 235 million, so maybe I can just buy a few properties and flip those in that time. But we can't do much with our properties in that time. So that's the thing, you know, when you level up these properties can take a lot of time to just finish the paperwork. So it's a better idea to actually split your money into multiple different properties. Instead of buying one property for 5 billion, you could buy 5 properties for 1 billion, and that would reduce the time a lot. It would finish in around 1.5 or 2 days, compared to the 4.5 day that we're going to that this property is going to take to finish. But that's okay, because we planned for this. We needed to actually get the property to go up in the leaderboard, but for some reason we are only valued at 6.1 billion. We're not valued much higher, and we only got about 5 coins in the leveling up thing, and we went to level 91. Now it's going to take 218 million to get to the next level. And before we do anything, let's just check the leaderboard. We are 89 in the country, and we are at 10,591 in the world. And you can see it's going to refresh in 5 minutes, the country ranking, so maybe we'll climb up a little bit because I don't think it's 89. It's going to be something somewhere around the 80. Actually, it's going to be around the 88 or 89 mark, because there is Ragnar 48 who's at 6.2 billion as well. So maybe we'll be staying there. And then 17th in the server, and we're going to stay at 17th because we only have 6.2 billion anyway. So we didn't actually jump the ranks much, but we got a really huge property, only 16 shares of that, but kind of like a big deal for us, and we can then flip that. Now that was only at a 20% discount, but if we keep the property for 1 or 2 days, it's gonna give us a good return. And I think the speculator actually works when you sell these properties, because I've found differences about 15-20% in the money that I get after selling properties or flipping those properties to the bank. So I don't know what's working. If you know what's working here, let me know. But you can see in a previous episode that we found a 25 million difference in a property that we sold to the bank. The valuation was showing 470 something million, and we actually ended up getting 500 million for that property. So I don't know what the difference is, but if you know the difference, let me know in the comments below. But I hope that this happens with this property as well. So it's a 4 point something billion property. I don't know. Let's see. It's a 5.1 billion property. So if we sell it to the bank, let's say we have a 10% difference, we will still have 500 million profit. That's a lot of profit. So let's hope that happens with this property. And even if it doesn't, we're going to hold this property for 2 or 3 days. And while this property is building up, we can actually use the 235 million that we have in our account and flip other properties to convert that into another 2 or 3 billion. So let's see what happens, and let's just go with the flow of the game for now. So I think that's all for this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe, and hit the notification icon or the bell icon so you don't miss a video when it's out. We'll see you next time in a new video.